Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know so many of you over on TikTok have been blowing up the comments asking for this, so today we're finally doing some customer reviews analysis for it. But before we dive into that, be sure to check out this exclusive discount available for it. You'll find it in the description and in the first comment under this video. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer initially purchased this electric bicycle with a very specific purpose in mind, to keep it in a trailer for scouting out camping spots on dirt roads. However, after an easy assembly process, a quick test drive turned into an unexpectedly captivating experience. Despite not having been a regular cyclist for many years, our reviewer was immediately hooked by the effortless feeling of gliding down the street, which sparked a desire to ride more and more. What started as a tool for camping trips quickly evolved into a primary mode of transportation. This client ended up riding the bike almost daily, accumulating well over 200 miles in the first month alone across a mix of paved greenways, dirt roads, and even some light trails. After adding a basket, this foldable electric bike became the go-to vehicle for running errands and making trips to the local store. Our reviewer notes that there was a bit of a learning curve, particularly with figuring out the best combination of gears and pedal assist levels, and learning to use the throttle more gently instead of as a simple on-off switch. While not interested in pushing the top speed, this user found the bike performed admirably, preferring a comfortable cruising pace of around 15 miles per hour. They also observed that as their skill with using the gears improved, the battery range seemed to increase, as they relied less on electric power for hills. A minor accident that broke the throttle revealed that local bike shops might not offer support for parts, but the owner was able to easily find a replacement online and fix it themselves. Overall, this fat tire bike has far exceeded expectations, turning a practical purchase into a genuine and enjoyable hobby.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer found their experience with this new electric bike to be overwhelmingly positive, despite a few notable quirks. Right out of the box, our client was pleased to find that setup was minimal, requiring only minor assembly for the handlebars and rear foot pegs. The performance was a pleasant surprise, with the bike hitting speeds faster than what was advertised, settling into a consistently high speed for the majority of a full charge. The ride itself is described as incredibly smooth with quick acceleration. Several thoughtful features stood out to this user. They appreciated the advanced controller, which offers a ton of settings, and the practicality of the rear light, which intelligently functions as a brake light to alert anyone behind them. The bike also seems to be a great fit for shorter individuals, as a rider who is 54 could stand over it perfectly. Furthermore, the range on this electric bike is impressive, easily reaching nearly 50 miles on a higher pedal assist setting, even with occasional use of the throttle-only mode. However, the experience wasn't without a few frustrations. The primary issue lies with the pedal assist system, which is far too aggressive on its lowest setting, immediately jumping to high speed with very little effort. This makes getting any real exercise a challenge and complicates riding alongside others at a slower pace. Another concern is the battery's behavior in its last third of life. It seems to drop from 30% to empty very quickly, with a significant reduction in top speed. Minor annoyances included a misaligned rear basket, a rather weak electronic chime instead of a proper horn, and a folding mechanism that, while a nice option, feels impractical for regular use. Despite these drawbacks, the owner is very happy with their purchase overall.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer initially acquired this electric bike for the practical purpose of commuting, finding themselves living too far from public transport lines and unable to rely on ride-sharing services frequently. With personal health concerns also making traditional cycling difficult, this e-bike presented an ideal solution. Despite encountering a significant issue early on, our reviewer expressed an absolute love for the product, highlighting how much fun it is to use. The e-bike arrived securely packaged with expanding foam, ensuring it was in excellent condition upon delivery. Assembly proved to be straightforward, requiring only unfolding and slotting in the handlebar assembly and seat. Minimal adjustments were necessary, primarily involving increasing tension on the quick releases and extending the kickstand for better balance. However, our reviewer believes they received an older model, noting the battery used a DC charger instead of the three-prong type mentioned in the manual. and the controller was an M5 rather than the expected YL80C after an unsuccessful attempt to get a manual for the M5 controller from the seller, who was professional but unable to assist. This client managed to figure out its operation independently. On flat asphalt roads, the e-bike performed admirably, delivering a range of 35 miles on battery power alone at top speeds between 25 and 30 mph, which was a primary concern met. Unfortunately, an electrical problem surfaced on only the second ride. The controller first lost power after crossing railroad tracks at approximately 20 mph, though it was revived. A subsequent hard braking incident, triggered by a dump truck's air horn, caused the controller to display an error code 30, controller problem. Our reviewer suspects a short in the brake sensor and is actively working with the manufacturer and an online e-bike community for a warranty repair. The rating of 4 stars stems from a few points, receiving an older model the lack of.
That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.